You know, I have to admit that songs are very powerful for me. I feel a great deal of power settling in me before satsang. And it's the kind of power I often feel when I feel really good. And then during satsang, sometimes I remain aware of that power. And sometimes I'm aware of you and speaking with you. But all in all, satsangs are very powerful for me. I feel my emptiness better than ever in satsang. And how I feel it is prior to satsang, I begin to feel my awareness descending into my body and permeating my body, so that I'm aware of my awareness, very much so. And I'd say consciousness, but that is too global of a term. Sometimes it feels like I'm aware of my inner world, which is totally subjective. And at other times, I feel like I'm settling into and re-inhabiting my body. Which I do twice a week. And experiencing my body and my experience in this powerful way it's really transformative. I feel the energies throughout my body. And they're very heightened and sensitive during satsang. I almost want to shout out about how great I feel. I wish you could feel it. Shut up and feel it. But in satsang, it can be a place where you experience your inner self. By that I mean, most people really have most of their attention on the external world, even to the point of just watching out for possible pain or dangerous situations coming up. But this is different. I cheerfully descend into my body. And entering the muscles of my body, and the chest, my back, my arms, the feeling becomes ecstatic. I feel swelled up too with the power that's in me manifesting in the world. right now, I feel my body and the life in my body, the sentience there. It's so blissful. Has to always want to be here, always. But the strange thing is, I find it very easy to leave this state and enter my normal, everyday state, which is more distracted and distractible. It's really hard to explain what I feel, but I feel almost exploded in terms of my size and energy. And I feel a strong sense of blissful energy throughout my whole body. It's feeling ultra sensitive to the environment. And my oneness with the environment. And my wish is for everyone to be able to feel this joy simply by coming to rest. Are you feeling it, Cassie? It's kind of important to practice meditation. Most times, at first, you feel nothing happen, or sometimes you feel a quietness, maybe even a kind of joy. But not much really ever happens during satsang when you first begin practicing. After a while, you begin to accumulate an awareness of a power within that completely flows throughout your whole body and fills it with joy. And this is there even in the midst of most trying difficulties that you will encounter in everyday life. Whatever you're engaged in, even if it seems to occupy 100% of your attention, and maybe even quite intense, when you actually enter meditation, for me, there's a power in the stillness that doesn't want to do anything. And it just observes, because it's the only thing it can do when you're doing nothing. This is where you discover the joy of nothingness. the joy of doing nothing. In every satsang, feels like a rest from the tribulations of the world into the power of the self. My intuition is that this experience is universal when you get into advanced meditation. The joy it brings is reward enough. And you'll find too that you want to do less and less during the day. You just want to be still inside yourself. What else is discovered is the sense of power running through nature and through myself. The power I feel is extraordinary, kind of overwhelming at times. But it kills all fear. Kills, actually, the motivation to do anything except be yourself and be within. There's such an experience of deliciousness about the state. It's so absorbing. It's like being absorbed with some live performance of music or something like that. And how it brings such joy throughout my whole body. And my mind is empty, able to receive this bliss of self-awareness. You have no idea how good your life can be once you relax into your own body and just watch, be aware. Be aware of the joy within the muscles of your shoulders and your back and your chest, extending downwards into your lungs and gut. And you sit there, enveloped in joy. And you're silent. It's like you're silent for the reason of wanting to be aware of that miracle of you within. You're self-aware. It's not the ego that's aware. It's you're aware of the ego being separate from you. You're filling yourself with awareness of the body. But what you are, the perceiver, is not the body. And that becomes clear to you. You're the observer. And what you do as the witness of this observation of yourself is to relax and to sink deeper into your own physicality. And your experience of your body changes and deepens. When you can relax into your back muscles and fully occupy your body, bliss envelops you. And I know that we're not supposed to. A seeker is not supposed to get too excited about bliss and happiness, saying there are things that are more important and deeper than that. When I sit in meditation, that's the only thing I experience. Is my own joy. An awareness of my body and the light of consciousness within that's illuminating my body and my mind. And my mind is still. And I, wherever I am, whoever I am, thoroughly enjoys this stillness, for it takes me away from the constant experience of stress, from conditions in the outside world. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do. Right now, you can be immersed in your own joy, in your own beingness, desiring nothing else. That's when you become worthless. You're of no use to the world. You're not going to attend any political rallies. You're not going to march down the street protesting something. The only thing you want is for others to experience this. Robert's real teachings are very simple. To be aware of yourself. And that there are no teachings in words that are worth understanding. What you want to understand is yourself. And whatever words that come out of your mouth will reflect the truth of your own self. I used to teach by teaching about advaita and other teachings similar, talking about the nature of reality, of the self, etc. But I can't do that anymore. I was forced to change and more or less put the emphasis on our feeling state in satsang and being aware of our awareness and how happy you can be doing nothing except observing yourself. When a person first starts practicing meditation, they may do so in their late 20s, 30s, when that person is probably still fully immersed in the world, in their situation, their local group, any experiences they have, any desires they have. You become aware of how absolutely trivial the human world is. You listen to everyday people. You watch them in your computer, news, interviews. And it's like they're hardly aware of themselves at all. What they are aware of is what they want or think they want. But when they get what they think they want, after a few weeks, all the happiness that it initially brought goes away, and you're left neutral again, or with a new set of desires. The only thing that can really make you happy is being continuously aware of yourself, with yourself at the center of your attention. Descend into your own body with your awareness. Sweep around inside of yourself. Feel the energy of your life at all areas of your body experience in meditation. That's why it's really good to also, besides meditation, practice scanning your body from your toes to the top of your head, slowly, while you're sitting or lying down. And try to be aware of waking up in the morning and what that process is like. And after a while, your understanding of yourself will totally wipe away your previous understanding of yourself. What you are is very simple. Your awareness. Your awareness of the quietness of your body and the bliss there when you're occupied in your body. There's also awareness of the food that goes through you, the other people in your life, your animals. But you also realize how little interest you have in the news. They're talking about human shit. About a narrow very narrow existence of living in the world of ideas, God, country, loyalty, focus, and growing in awareness of your own existence. Which makes you immediately aware of what other people can feel if they share that stillness. You begin to wonder if death doesn't bring you to a place where you're always blissful. The less movement you have, the more intense your own experience of your inner self is. Of course, you can divert your attention from yourself to some activity, maybe make money, or pay off a car loan. Feel your body, especially your shoulders and arms. Are they relaxed? For a long time, inside of me, the residual tension would manifest in a band, tension, my upper back and shoulders would go from one shoulder to the other shoulder as a band. I want to relax that band, but I couldn't. I was forced to feel that band constrict and tighten. Have you any idea why we practice meditation? You could offer 100 reasons. But the leading reason is underneath all the others. Is that you're getting close to the self when your attention is turned within to your own experience and the experience of the body that's doing that experiencing. Your individuality makes the general experience particular. It becomes my experience. Where are you right now? Self? Have you stopped concentrating? Have you lost your focus? What do you do then instead of sitting in silence and emptiness? There's a folding that happens when you come to satsang. You change your clothes, so to speak, and take off your human clothes. Find yourself in spirit. That's awareness. Be aware of your own body. Fill yourself with awareness of the body. By now you should be gone. Not even aware of your body anymore. Aware of bliss. Absorbed into the emptiness. You have a new object to pay attention to. Rather than the hundreds of things you do in everyday life scattered all over. Here you're just interested in meditation and spirituality, your experience of yourself, and how radically changing that is when it becomes the number one thing in you. The energies of your body are all over within your body. But usually we don't pay much attention to them unless it's some strong emotion about one thing or another. Then you might begin to realize that your attention at least for most people, is on gaining something, a mental state, spiritual state, money maybe, security. There's no desire really then at all. The feeling is you're free from everything. Your love of yourself freed you or freezes you, freezes, frees you of the common kind of absorption that people have in everyday life. The focus on the marketplace, and in our everyday civilization, everything is related to the marketplace. Your amount of rent, the price of your house, price of food. Programming available for you to indulge yourself in. You choose to ultimately just be your own self. And in that beingness, radiating a joyful life. I feel inside myself constant movement of energy within my body. It brings me to great joy. All that I experience is my own self. It takes over as the object of my attention. Strangely, Robert taught that talking about the nature of life, of awareness of the world, was a better way than any other for helping you towards enlightenment. But actually, the best practice is to be aware of the emptiness within and without. You don't have to do this for hours every day. even twice a week, will eventually fill you with awareness of yourself. And you'll always be doing self-awareness even when you're doing all the other things in everyday life. You'll be aware of the self. It's all about awareness, self-awareness, rather than awareness of the external world or another person. You're aware of that when you're busy accomplishing things in the world or creating a family. And it may lead to questions about, why do I focus on these things instead of myself? Mark, what have you experienced during the last half hour?
I've experienced pretty much what you've been describing. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it's true. And actually, I was experiencing it prior to satsang as well, and I experience it regularly, many times a day. And there's always, and I like when you said you're aware of the self even when you go about everyday things, because even when I'm not thinking about it, when I'm doing other things, if I think about it, I see the beingness is there. It's quieter, but it's like there waiting, making itself available in case I want to use it. But it's always there. It's just like kind of more in the background, but it's always available. And I can go in very deep states really fast. And sometimes they just come upon me unbidden. So that's all I really have to say today. I've said great things in the past, but the inspiration isn't there right now.
I just got a message sent to me by my computer that it's about to die and I should plug it in. But I am plugged in. So I don't know what the problem is, but we're going to crash at any moment now. And I'd rather do it on my terms than wait for what it says it wants to do by suddenly crashing and taking away my ability to control the situation. Just kidding. Just kidding. So what I'm going to do now is ask us to adjourn so we can wrap it up and post this recording. What we're doing this, as I thought it was a very nice satsang. Lots of juice. So take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on Wednesday. And you got to know that I love you. Each and every one. Take care.
Love you. Please post. This was exquisite. It was exquisite.
We'll call it exquisite then.
I did it, Jay. I loved it. It was very powerful.
Yeah, I thought so too. I love you. Take care.
You, Edgy.
Bye-bye.